In this episode, I want to talk about what happens when trails or places become too popular. So this is Grand Teton National Park, and this is a dispersed camping area known as Shadow Mountain that's obviously gotten popular because of how beautiful it is. All of these were taken at sunrise and maybe 50 to 75 yards away from where I'd camped the night before. So super easy to access and really some incredible views of the mountains. What I really want to talk about though is the hike up to this beautiful place. I just got the orca inflated only to discover that there's a tiny hole, so he's slowly losing air. I'll eventually get him out onto the lake. Most people hike up here for the Instagram shot, and I can't say that I'm any different. I just took an inflatable orca and an American flag Speedo with me to make it a little bit more my style. This area has felt too many trampling feet. Efforts are underway to control erosion and restore vegetation. Please help by keeping your feet on designated trails. When I first went to this place in October of 2015, I heard about it from some locals, and it was kind of one of those like secret local trails. And just 2 years later, it's completely destroyed. It's tragic. There's destroyed vegetation, there's tons of social trails, and the mountainside just totally messed up. When I was there were some park rangers that were using GPS units to see how much damage had been done to the trail, and they were measuring it every couple months to see just how much was destroyed, which was a huge bummer. And it really made me kind of think about like what's going to happen when we post these things and places on Instagram or YouTube or social media and share them with others. We hope that people use them for the right reasons, but sometimes they don't. So I posted on my Instagram that I was going to stop posting locations, and here are some of the responses that I got. Social media is great. It has also helped destroy the environment because people abuse it. When we encourage others, we don't have the ability to control how they use the destruction that tourists leave isn't isolated to our natural beauty. And then they attached a New York Times article about some places in Italy. We have the same problem around Red River Gorge. People hacking down living trees, building fires under rock shelters, carving names. The list goes on. If you can't respect Mother Nature, you shouldn't visit. I have stopped posting locations on Instagram for the exact same reason. Maybe they should still publicize the trail and have someone mark it instead of trying to keep it a secret. Then everyone wins. Everyone will have access to the area, and the vegetation doesn't get destroyed by people trying to blaze their own trail. Areas like this should be shared. 7:24. I'm leaving Surprise Lake to make it down 4.6 miles to the trailhead at Lupine Meadows. Hopefully before it gets dark. All right, I gotta watch my feet. See you later. Bye. So I had to stop running for a second because it looks like this. One person even mentioned that the issue was education, and that's the problem. It doesn't matter what sign you put up. You can put up signs that say don't walk here and people will do it. I've been in the park and I've seen people carving their names into trees. I've walked up to them and said, "What are you doing?" And they look at me like I'm the one who's causing a problem. I've asked people not to throw trash into the park after seeing them throw apples, orange peels, and their trash on the ground, and they again look at me like I'm the crazy person. This isn't an education issue. This is some people aren't gonna protect and preserve these places like they need to be protected. And that sucks. I'm sure somebody will cry foul because I added my Instagram at the end of that, but I'm trying not to share specific locations in my Instagram so that these places don't get harmed, and I'd encourage you to do the same.